What's up, everybody? Happy Monday and welcome to the OxFit podcast. Today's Monday looks a little bit different. It's me and Lauren.
Hi.
And today we're going to be talking about how fit can you really get in 30 days, right? And, a lot of people will think 30 days is nothing can really change. It's just you getting started on a fitness program. But not at OxFit, man. I'm here to tell you that first 30 days is not only the most important 30 days to your journey, but so much can change and so much can happen in that 30 days. And we see it over and over again with all our clients. And I know we say, especially the men, right? Which is something that we seem to say quite a lot. But it's only that way because most of the time, the men are going from doing absolutely nothing to something. Whereas most of the women are trying like 10 different things at once. And so their changes are not as drastic in terms of lifestyle change. And so for the men, we see a dramatic shift because they've gone from doing absolutely nothing to completely changing a few things. Whereas most women would say, like, I eat pretty good and I do this pretty good. And they do it pretty good, but we can just own that in. You still get amazing results. I'm going to talk you through what them results look like. Right, Loz?
Yeah. I mean, you're totally right. Women, not that men don't care, but women really care, and they've been trying things. And a lot of times they're under eating, and their metabolism sometimes can take a little longer just because it's tanked from being in a starvation mode. And so, sometimes it takes women just a little bit longer to like reset the metabolism, get the energy gears spinning again, and just to kind of stabilize those hormones. But I have to say, I think the women, it's usually just that last little bit of sticky weight oftentimes that they need to lose. And it is just the hardest to lose. So
Yeah. Like you said, it's when the men do it, they go from doing, like they're not in starvation mode. They're actually in the opposite most of the time, right? Like like
your bellies.
eating a lot, drinking a lot,
Yeah.
and just like bouncing around between like client dinners and stuff like that, and just like overeating a lot of things.
Yeah.
But like you said, with the women, it's a tendency to undereat, which are both just as bad. So as much as them things are important, the one thing that I love about OxFit, the one thing I love about what we do is we want you to lose 15 pounds, right? We want to lose 15 to 20 pounds and feel great in doing that and like changing your body. But our big thing since we started, our big thing over the last 10 years has been to find your strength in that, right?
Mhm.
And as much as you're taking things away, the beautiful thing about what we do is you're adding so much in. Like buying into this program is about adding things into your life and not taking away. And the things that we're going to cover is you're going to see changes obviously in your body, but the strength changes, the fitness changes, and most importantly, the habit, lifestyle, and mental health changes and shifts are the things that are just as important, if not more important, for the first 30 days.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's about energy levels, sleep quality, mental clarity, and I feel like a lot of the women that I work with and moms, now specifically, are feeling the benefits of that the most. Like just being able to see things a little bit more clearer because they're fueling their body with better quality food. And those are the intangible benefits that you can get from following our program and having a coach hold you accountable. And they're the things that I think get undervalued oftentimes. But when you have a plan that you're following and you're stacking habits on top of each other and you start to see the puzzle coming together, and you're like, oh, I don't have that crash anymore, in the afternoon when I sort of dread getting my kids because I feel like shit because I didn't eat properly throughout the day. You actually feel excited to go get them because you fueled your body the right way and you feel good mentally,
Yeah, well, let's talk about strength, right? In terms of strength, what do you notice about your athletes? Because I notice pretty drastically in that first 30 days. We're not talking like you go from, back squatting the barbell to 300 pounds.
Okay.
But
Yep.
you follow our program, I'm seeing people 10, 20, 30 pound
Yeah.
added to back squats, deadlifts, bench presses, push ups, pull ups, all kinds of movements that some people thought they never would even get.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing that happen in 30 days, right? Like we're week 4 of this cycle right now. If you started 4 weeks ago, today already we're doing a 5 rep back squat and I'm seeing gold stars all over the board,
Yeah,
from following our strength program. If you are then doing nutrition, you got a coach, you're going to see that increase even quicker.
totally. Yeah. Like the client that pops to my mind right now is Caroline, who's been coming consistently to the 5:30 a.m. class. And over the 8 weeks that we worked together, she improved, her deadlift, back squat, and bench press, I think almost each by like 30 to 40 pounds. So yeah, that's about right. Like midway, she was already up like 15 to 20 pounds or so on each one of those lifts. So
Yeah, because I mean, we only did this 5 rep back squat 4 weeks ago, right?
yeah.
And to see how many people are just moving that weight so easily after this first few weeks. And what that comes from as well is changing that nutrition, right? Because your joints feel better, you're less inflamed, you're just able to hit them positions better. So, like,
Yeah.
all these things combine together to make that happen. We haven't just been doing 5 rep squats every week. We've squatted so many different ways in Savannah's programming, so many creative ways that back squat's been thrown in. Like, it's been in the middle of Metcons, it's been the start of a Metcon. Today it was after a workout. It's just so exciting to see that happen without even realizing what's happening. If you buy into what we're doing and you just show up, the results just happen, right? You get stronger. You don't have to be like consciously aware of what class. You just come 4 or 5 times a week,
Yeah.
and it happens, right?
Absolutely. I think, it's shocking to people when we tell them, like, listen, you just follow what we tell you to do and the results will come. And I know, hard to believe, but like, do at least 80% of what I tell you to do and it will happen. And yeah, for the moms and the women that I work with too, it's watching them a month into the program coming to show up to these workouts more confidently as well. Like they're excited about lifting because we've taught them how to lift. We've fostered an environment that is welcoming and non-judgmental. And so they went into some of these lifts like the bench press and the deadlift feeling self-conscious, and now they're confidently attacking it and able to make those jumps and say, I want to try 10 more pounds,
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and there isn't that pressure that like used to exist in some gyms where it was every day is a test of your strength, right?
Mhm.
Like today, for example, we're 4 weeks in. So when I'm coaching it and when our coaches are coaching it, they're explaining that like this is week 4 of 8, right? So today, we don't care what that weight is. It's training, right? We want you to get better today.
Yeah.
So put a weight on. If it feels good, add more. If it doesn't feel good, take a little bit off. Don't add it up until the end because we don't care today. We
Yeah.
want to see you get stronger over this next 8 weeks. And if you've been doing that over the past 30 days, you're already just going to be stronger from following it and from just not worrying. Like, we don't worry about today because we're building for something bigger, right? That's what it's like being part of a program and trust in a program. And that's what you see with pull-ups, push-ups, squats, everything that we've started off with. Like I always find it funny when people say, and I know you do too, is like, oh, I figured out this.
Mm.
And it's like, I figured out pull-ups, or I figured out push-ups, or I figured out double unders. And it's like, no, you followed the program. Like,
Consistency.
you've been practicing, you've been doing the work, and that work is what leads to the result of you getting stronger, more skills. And that's where you find your strength. You find your strength in that. And when you see you can do these things, that's when it changes your life. That's when it's like, oh, I can get a pull-up, I can get a push-up, I can back squat a lot of weight, and that strength is much bigger than a number on a board or a number in an app. It's confidence inside and outside the gym.
For sure. Yeah. It's super cool when it all clicks. And, back to the nutrition for a quick moment. Like it's been fun for me to see and hear from the women that I work with when they fueled properly before and after, how they can show up to the gym, and they notice a significant difference. They're like, I ate some carbs and some protein before I worked out today, and I PR'd and felt so good, and then showed up the next day and PR'd again, where normally they might dip and not come the next day or feel
Right.
really sore and sluggish. So it's cool to see like that whole puzzle come together. You
Yeah.
know?
And then, I put it in the caption, like it's a picture of Ollie skinny and it's a picture of Ollie jacked ripping the shirt. You know what I mean? And that's just a joke, right? Like that obviously doesn't happen. But there used to be like this thought that when you came to a gym like ours, you would get bulky, right? And it's such a myth, right? If you feel right and you train, you get lean. And even though lean's not a real word, you can only add muscle and lose fat, right?
Right.
There's only them two things that you can do.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people are always like, well, what do I have to do outside the gym? Like, yeah, I'm noticing I'm getting stronger, but what about my fitness, my conditioning? And that's the best thing about our program is it's all mixed in so well as getting strong, you're getting fitter.
Mm-hmm.
And the fitness happens inside these workouts, inside these intervals, inside these time domains that we have you doing. And there's I know we've got like an endurance focus to some of this stuff because of the triathlon, but
Yeah.
you don't even notice it because it's all a minute and a half on this or 2 minutes on that.
Yeah.
And we're not just doing zone 2 cardio for 4 hours,
Right.
right? It's fun. You don't just have to go to the gym and put your headphones in and just like slug away at it. We find different ways to get you fitter without you even realizing how good your endurance is.
Yeah.
Like most of the people that have done the last 30 days of our program could go with you and go and do the triathlon.
Absolutely. Yeah. The interval training is, people don't realize how much that translates to being able to then just control your heart rate and just cruise. Like it's easy compared to the couch to Peachtree workout that we did and like some of the newer version of that workout that we did last week, I think, as well. So yeah, interval training and being efficient with your time in the gym is so much bigger than just spending 4 hours in the gym. And I get asked that a lot of times from people that may have a slow start. They're like, what else can I do? Do you have open gym? Can I get back
Right.
in and do like another hour of cardio? And I'm like, no, actually, the biggest benefit that you can get with your time is now actually following the nutrition plan that I gave you,
Yeah.
right? And dialing your nutrition in and eating more food and eating more quality food and eating when you wake up.
If you want something extra, go for a walk with the kids or with the dog or like
Yeah,
get out and enjoy yourself. Don't just strap yourself to a cardio machine because
right.
we've already done that. Our program will get you strong, fit, and then let's talk about ripped. Like you said, that comes from what you said. Just focus on the nutrition, right? Like I had in my last episode on Friday, I was talking to Mike, and he went away 2 weeks into signing up to be coached by me. And he was like, what workout should I do? And I was like, the only thing that matters to you right now is following this nutrition plan. When you get back, we'll do as many workouts as you want. Come every day. But the nutrition is the key to the whole thing. And when I bring up, like I'm going to bring up the changes in body composition, they come from the nutrition. So this is an example of 30 days. And what happens to men in 30 days is something like this.
Mike Hill. Oh, that's John. Yeah, John.
This is John, right? And yeah, so in 30 days, this is mostly what you see in men, right? Is right away their face, like slims in. And then usually their neck and their face and their shoulders. And people around the office start, hey, what have you been doing? What's going on? What's happened?
Yeah.
And people just start complimenting you on what's happening to your body, right?
Yeah.
Not only that, we start seeing the inflammation go from the stomach. So rather than it be like, just like protruding out and swollen and, like just like bloated feeling, it starts to, come in and shrink. So we see face, waistline. And then we notice shoulders start to get wider. So we start to see that V shape happen already in just 30 days, right?
Yeah.
And that's for people, especially men, when they're starting from zero, In terms of men, when they're pretty fit and like they, like that's what we see from dads, let's say, right? Like most dads, right, have been busy, they've got a job, they're just randomly picking up food with their kids. When we see someone come in that, former athlete, like been on it, but wants to get a little bit more serious, we
Yeah.
still see the changes, right?
Yep.
Same kind of changes. We see
Yep.
shoulders start to broaden, six pack starts to show, face starts to slim, and we
Amazing.
just see them looking leaner and stronger. And yeah, just the body just starts to change. That's 30 days, right?
Yeah.
And most people think like,
Wild.
oh yeah, I need 8 weeks, I need 100 days.
No,
100 days will be fantastic. I want you for 100 days. But in 30 days, we'll start seeing the results. We'll start seeing the effects. You combine your nutrition that we give you with this program, and things start to change really fast.
absolutely. Yep. And I mean, you can change as quick as you want, if you're 100% adherent, like it can be even more, right? If you're 60 to 80% because you're a busy parent, that's okay. It might just take a little longer, right? Um,
Yeah. Who do you want me to bring up for you?
the change will come. Let's start with my most recent client, Caroline, who's a
Yep.
mom as well. I think going to talk about two moms because I do work with a lot of moms. And so, yeah, Caroline was sort of in a situation where she was in the thick of it, with her son, and didn't know where to start. Wanted to get back in the gym. Wasn't sure if she needed to get fit first before she showed up at OxFit. She luckily saw one of our ads that spoke to her, and she reached out and we talked, and the rest is history. And look at her now. I mean, look at that smile, look at those muscles and that picture on the right. She in 8 weeks lost 10 pounds and kind of shrunk, leaned out. You can see that, lost 4 inches altogether. And I mean, she lost more than 10 pounds, right? Because you can see the muscle definition on
Right.
her now. And she is literally bench pressing, back squatting, deadlifting, like double what she was when she started. She has now been at OxFit for about 12 weeks. And so she's just maintaining. Now she looks amazing, right? And so we built some really great habits around meal prep, meal planning, her shopping, when she shopped, when she needed to go to the grocery store again midweek. A lot of times for moms and busy parents, right, it's the foundation is that meal strategy, right? Which you and I are constantly trying to tweak and figure out too, right?
Oh yeah.
It's like simple, but it's not easy to actually execute and implement on. So with her, that was really the key. And then once she had her menu and her kind of strategy down in the style of eating that I wanted her to stick with, she just started seeing the results, the consistency. She just showed up 3 days a week. Once we started to see results, to take it up a notch, she came 4 times a week. And then I had her looking really at how much protein she was eating and what time she was eating in the morning. And we talked about kind of fueling around her workout too, so that her body could really use the carbs to, get her metabolism back in high gear. So it was similar.
Yeah. So like you said, it's stronger, fitter, and then body completely changing as we go, right?
Yeah.
So they're the main focus of most people that come in. They want to get stronger, they want to get fitter, and they want to look better, right?
Yeah.
But what we also wrap that in is increasing other things in your life, right? So like most people not only report feeling that and getting them results, but they sleep better, they feel less stressed, more confident walking in the gym, more confident in work, more confident with their family, and just like more connected, more engaged in their life, which is, the ultimate goal of this stuff, right?
Yeah. Picking up new habits, that can add to your life. Like Caroline started going on an evening walk with her family because we were also looking at kind of steps every day to set some step goals. And, that was like a new time that she was able to bond with her son and her husband that she hadn't had previously. So not only did it help her with her fitness goal and her physique, but it also helped her, just kind of have some more nice quiet time with her family. So.
Yeah. And like to take it to an extreme, I see, better relationships with family.
Mhm.
A lot of my guys talk about that, right? Wanting to be more connected when they're at home,
Yeah.
wanting to be more present, removing other things from their life like video games and
Yeah.
vaping and all kinds of stuff that they don't want to do, which is what we layer on to already doing the hard thing of making your nutrition and fitness a top priority, right? Because it's not easy. It's really not. So, like, to be able to layer these things on in 30 days, you can become, I'd say, 10 to 20, even 30 pounds stronger. You can be, I bet, a minute, 2 minutes faster
Mhm.
on any fitness test you want to do, a triathlon, 5K, whatever it is, we can get you there. You'll see drastic changes in your body composition, especially around your face and your belly, which I don't know where else you want it, maybe your butt, but like, we can get it there too. And then you'll feel way better about yourself in
Yeah.
terms of just like your sleep habits, your stress, the way you handle life.
Mhm.
Like the grass looks greener and the sky looks bluer after a workout,
Absolutely.
especially when you don't have to go to some random gym or sit on a cardio machine, when you can go to a place where everything's taken care of when you walk in the door. And then the biggest thing on 30 days is, yes, you get results, but what we want to do in that 30 days is build momentum. We want to build momentum that you can then build on top of that for the next 60 days, for the next 90 days, for the next 6 months, and then have the best year of your life. So the 30 days is not only important because of the results you get in 30 days, but it's important because it's going to set you up for success for this year. And you can have the best year of your life by coming in and just spending 30 days working with one of our coaches.
It's the best 30 days. There's no other way to start. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
You're just not going to get the same results. I know you think you might want to try it on your own, but I hear it time and time again, man, I wish I had just gotten started. And the people that do, they go, man, I'm glad I got started. So,
Yeah. I mean, we see people, right? We have two ways, right? You can come in and you can get a coach.
mhm,
And if you do that in 30 days, you will be 15 pounds lighter minimum.
yeah.
You'll be 20 pounds stronger. You'll be 2 or 3 minutes faster on our baseline workout,
Mhm.
right? If you don't do that, you'll probably be 10 pounds stronger, maybe 4 pounds lighter, maybe feeling a little bit better, right? Like, we still got the best fitness program,
Yeah.
but the coaching will triple or 3 times your results. So
Absolutely.
it's just about buy-in, right? Everything in life's about buy-in. If you invest in it, invest in yourself, you'll see the changes. And in 30 days, you could see some dramatic changes that set you up for success.
Yeah. Yeah. Changes that will set you on a completely different trajectory,
Yeah. Awesome. Well, it's 12 o'clock here, so this gym is about to get really loud.
Yeah.
So,
Let's go lift.
yeah, let's go lift some weights. And if you're not on our coaching program, if you're a dad, aunt at Ox.fit, hit me up. Let's get started. Don't wait. We're in the middle of August. Don't wait if you wait now, you'll be waiting until January. And
Yeah.
that's just such a shame if you wait till January, because we got September, October, November, December. We got 4 months where we could be increasing your strength by 10 pounds. We could be losing 10 pounds of weight. Like, that's 50 pounds lighter. And that's 100 pounds stronger we could be in the next 4 months.
Yeah. And for my moms out there, I know that you have just started getting into that rhythm with your school drop off and pickups. So it's time to give back to yourself. Don't wait for the craziness and the chaos of the holidays. Like, you can start now, feel amazing by Christmas, right? And show up to all those holiday parties looking your best. So,
Yes.
yeah.
So, yeah. And if you're an athlete, Savadox.fit or East Atlanta Ox.fit to work with Caitlin and Savannah. We will see you in the gym. And if you need us, get in touch. My Instagram, Lauren.